of shiny helmets, spandex jumpsuits, and strange monsters. These heroes force feed you a bowl of awesome that is the Tokudon Podcast. Join Carl, Josh, and Rob as they haphazardly welcome you to the exciting genre of Tokusatsu. Now, open wide.
So I guess, yeah, we'll get started. So it's just real quick before I do all the intros and all that nonsense. We're going to roll through some of the announcements. Not some, there wasn't a whole lot, but we're going to roll through the announcements, and then we're going to start talking the panels. But thank you, everyone, for watching. This is Tokudon. This is our weekly, kind of, ish. We plan on it being weekly podcast.
This is our as often as possible.
Yeah, and we have a special guest if you can't see, which you should, which would be pointless to streaming if you can't see. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, I am Zach, aka Hollywood Zach. I am one of the co-hosts on the Ranger Command Power Hour podcast. I have been doing that show for 7 years now, almost 8.
Wow. Damn.
It's been a wild ride, man. It's been a lot of fun. And it kind of just came together one day because my other co-host Eric was like, I want to start a Power Rangers podcast. And I said, I've got free time. I'll talk about Power Rangers till the cows come home. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And then,
that's literally how this one started.
Yeah, exactly, right. That's how all good podcasts start. It's just like, I want to talk about a topic with my friends and we've got recording equipment. Let's do it.
Yep.
So yeah, I've been doing that for quite a while. And of course, through doing that, fell into other Tokusatsu kind of groups. And of course, big into Kamen Rider, big into Super Sentai. Awesome. And yeah, just excited to be here to talk Kamen Rider with you guys.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
So, Rob, I'm not going to let you introduce yourself because I'm not as nice as Dave was to AJ. So.
Ooh. I'm just here to listen anyway. That's fine. No,
it's fine. So if you guys tuned in, I just want to give the little thing of what happened in the last episode. We did a review of Godzilla vs. Kong. The audio didn't record properly, so I was talking to myself for an hour and a half. So if you can watch it on Twitch, cool. If not, sorry.
It's something you're used to though for hours on.
Yeah, we usually have some kind of issues. Zach seems pretty familiar with that too. So. Yeah, so let's dive into it. It is Ryder Week, which is the 50th anniversary of Kamen Rider, and we've been partying and hanging out with the guys at Team Ryder USA over at Bluefin all week, and just kind of going through all kinds of nonsense and having a blast. And genuinely, thank you, everyone who tuned into those streams. I had so much fun this week. I really did.
Then I just wanted to know everything that happened because I am so curious as to these announcements. I know I've gotten some teasers, but clarify for me. Enlighten me.
Reggie also says #jerseyless, and I'm still sad every morning when I wake up and there's no jersey on me.
So got to get on those emails to David.
Yeah. David, if you're listening, expect a lot of emails, man. Gaim. I need my jersey. So yeah, let's talk announcements. So they announced a whole bunch of stuff this week. Right off the bat, we'll save the big one of the physical things till last. How about that?
Yeah.
Well, let's go through the toys and stuff first.
Okay.
So, Zach, you want to take us off?
Toys they announced. Well, I missed those announcements actually.
So they announced like the Ichigo CSM.
Right. Yeah, of course.
So the big one is the Ichigo CSM, the wind turbine. Yeah. Apparently, it's very expensive as well. So we were given the advice to start saving now.
we are quite prepared to give everything. So
it looked like it's going to be like real leather and like nice quality.
So we shall see. I'm fully expecting a full size Hongo to come with it. So that's kind of where I am with that thing.
Yeah, I want it to contain a compartment that has the suit, and every time you henshin, the suit shoots out and just onto you.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Like the old school Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they ever do a CSM like Spider-Man thing, oh my god, that'd be amazing. It fired out a little like rubber suit. Oh man. Peacemaker says they're side-eyeing Team Ryder because of the Soto Chronicle announcement stuff. So did they announce more Soto stuff last night? That's awesome. I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah, they did.
Really?
I've seen the pictures on Twitter of the contract beasts from Ryuki.
Oh, okay. All of them? All 13?
So I think they're doing a whole Ryuki line.
Sick. Oh,
Yo.
man. I wonder if they'll piece apart. That'd be cool. If they piece into like all the armors and stuff that they do for the different vents. Oh, that'd be sick. So our buddy Reggie hooked us up with a nice little list we can go off of here because I honestly forgot and I'm ill-prepared because I'm very professional. So we got the Ichigo CSM. SH Figure Arts Grand Zeo was the other one.
I need that one so bad.
Grand Geo.
I need it.
For Figure
Now,
Arts.
do we have time to listen to the whole henshin every time we want to do that? Because I'm pretty sure you fall asleep in the middle of that henshin.
I mean, it's a Figure Arts, so hopefully it won't actually jingle because I think Figure Arts that jingle would be the most dangerous thing ever. That's
That
those
would
little
be-
like 6-inch figures, those high detail
That
ones.
is the next step.
It is.
I think we have a pitch. Let's craft that.
There'll only be
Right?
200 instead of
Interactive
100.
figures, it's got a little button
Now
on
it's
it.
only $800. No problem.
We also have looks like Psycho X Swordsman from the Figure Arts stuff got announced as well. How do you guys feel about Psycho X Swordsman?
I mean, what's not to feel?
See, I'm real like the suits of Saber. Dragonic Knight should have been the final form. It's the best looking suit so far. And
So far.
I stand by that statement 100% because like everything else is just this weird mishmash of like neons and teals and I don't
Are you attacking
dig it.
Element Dragon right now?
Listen. Element Dragon, like, listen. Primitive Dragon, the bone would look better if it was a pure white bone and
Yes.
not this weird teal cyan bone color.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's why that's
So-
why I was saying I hope if they do an SIC, they make it like hard bone color kind of thing.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. That would be super sick, actually. Oh man,
I feel like that form was strictly created for SIC versions. Like,
that's all. It was. That
Like
theme though,
that.
that theme though was real nice. I love the insert song for Primitive Dragon.
I missed. I think I still have yet to see Elemental form.
Okay,
Is that the new one?
that's the newest one. Yeah,
yeah.
So it's stacking on top of Primitive, on
Yeah,
top of
pretty much.
Emotional.
yeah. So it's no Emotional Dragon is a whole other thing. That's a whole other
Okay,
monster.
so that's a whole other thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. Elemental Dragon goes in. So when they use Primitive Dragon, typically the Brave Dragon book goes inside of Primitive Dragon, then it opens. Elemental Dragon is another big obnoxious book that goes inside the other big obnoxious book, and then they hold hands. Quite literally, they hold
Yeah.
hands. So
And that's the suit design too, is literally of the Primitive Dragon claw, and then you have the Elemental Dragon claw,
Yeah.
and they're like grasping each other on his chest.
How obnoxious! I got to see a picture. Of that.
It's-
How-
it's cool. I enjoy it. I was gonna say you guys are hating on it, but I kind of
I mean,
enjoy it
no,
honestly.
I'm talking about the belt itself. It must jut out a good 1.5 feet from his stomach now.
I mean,
So it's the belt, it's the driver
Uh,
on top of the already big book
I mean,
with another big book.
we had the Forza driver, so
Forza driver, yeah.
That
Forza,
thing is
and then the
huge.
Ghost driver.
The Ghost Driver. The Ghost Driver. I love that thing. God damn it.
I still, it's on the shelf, bro. With the
yeah.
Mugen icon.
I made you proud, Rob. I shared mine during the streams, during the collectible stream. I shared it.
Thank you.
I gave love to Spectre because someone needed to. Damn it.
I know he gets a lot of hate because Ghost is awful, but
So
it looks so
to be
cool.
fair, so is he.
It's
So,
so cool.
it's fine. His forms are great.
His forms are so great, and I appreciate that. Grateful is growing on you lately.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been since I've been riding the Ryder high, Zach, with all the panels and stuff this week. I've been re-exploring like all forms and henshin videos on YouTube, and like I disdained Grateful for a very long time, and then I watched
It was
like
just jarring, man.
yeah, I watched the isolated videos of it, and I was like, I think I like this. Why do I like this? Oh man,
Well, that's like, I didn't keep up with Ghost. I didn't keep up with Wizard, but like, man, Wizard's suit is sexy, and there are some great forms that Wizard gets, and it's like, I wish I cared more about the characters in the story because I would watch this show.
I will take that to my grave that he is a fantastic writer. His show and story and everything suck. Take it to the grave. So, no, I feel you on that one.
Like those are the only two of the second phase Heisei that I haven't seen, and I'm just like, I got no interest in it.
It's got some cool stuff.
I mean, you gotta give it a shot.
To be fair, I do give every season a 5-episode to 10-episode like arc where I'm like, okay, you have this much to hook me. If you do, I'm in. If not, I'll see you next year, Ryder. And every series except for those two has done it.
Did you like X-Aid?
Yeah, I liked X-Aid.
So did I. X-Aid. After watching it after 3 years, I hated it. I hated it. We hated it.
Oh, I was hooked right away.
It was it was just like entirely jarring with the eyes, and then just to get into the mindset to accept that was the new Ryder look, it took a lot. And then the chibi form, nobody prepared me for that. So I'm like, okay, so I have to deal with the chibi form to get to the tolerable Ryder form, and then the dragon. I think we got as far as the dragon power-ups, and then I was done. And I'm like, nope, I can't do it. I'm sorry, I can't. To fast forward, when did I watch that? Like a year and a half ago already. And I powered through the entire series because I couldn't get enough. I was like, holy crap, I missed this. I'm so sorry that I missed it. But I still don't like the suits, but I still like the show.
X8, I was in from the beginning, and the chibi suit, like level 1 form, it just made me laugh. I was like, this is hysterical. This is a weird new direction that Ryder's going this year, but I like it. It's funny. It's something not typical.
I mean, I've since come around. I admit that I was wrong, but that's still.
It sounds like I said, like you can hate a series and like its suits equally. You can love a series and think the suits are god awful.
Yep.
Build, one of my favorite series. I love that. I hate Cross's robot jelly, not robot jelly, but the dragon jelly form that he has, that silver.
Yeah,
just get it out of there.
The Splash driver in general. I mean, Kazumine's is pretty cool.
The first power up, right?
Yeah, the first power up. His
dragon jelly, whatever.
Dragon jelly, silver, and yeah.
I mean, it's not the best one, but I guess it only lasted like 12 episodes, and then
something like
that.
Then
never used it again.
Then you got Magma Dragon. I'm just like, use that all the time, man.
And then he got that super sick like Grand Cross Dragon thing, and that was just the red in there was so beautiful. It was so cool looking. Peacemaker actually says for Emotional Dragon, it's Force's shield they just repainted. I didn't realize that. That's awesome.
Force's shield?
It's Force's shield from the his module that he used.
Oh, really?
He repaints the shield, yeah. That's awesome.
That's funny.
Man, you got to do it. If you got to do it, you got to do it.
Listen, hey, it's all about saving the money, man.
Right? I'm telling you.
Daddy Toei needs to save that budget.
Them profit margins.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we're going to sign up, but we're going to call you on your shit, but we're going to sign up anyway.
It's all right. We one of the running jokes, Rob, was because we discovered that Jem from Prawnhorn Heroes, one of the other buddies who we'll have on the show eventually, he decided to share his thoughts of a Chef Rider, and we ran that pretty hard.
Chef Rider,
and we can get into that once we get talking about panels and stuff. But Toei already called me. I'm going to be Kamen Rider Flambe. I'm going to rip my shirt off and show my abs. So
yeah,
Kamen Rider sous chef.
we were coming up with that, and I had an idea for like a sushi themed rider.
Yeah. It was.
Awesome.
I was like, Jem, are we just like on the same level, man? Let's just combine these riders. Like, obviously, main rider will be the chef, and then the secondary rider can be the sushi.
There you go.
I'm saying, man.
Volcano rolls. I'd be all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have your power ups. Like your power up could be Gordon Ramsay screaming. Like
that's the belt jingle.
Yeah.
Oh, you an idiot, son!
Oh, you donkey!
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
It's pension time, fools. Yeah, no, I dig it. That would be great.
Yeah. Oh man.
Chef Rider.
Chef Rider. Yeah. Think on that.
Good theme. It lends itself to it.
Villains would be like something secret.
It would just be ingredients. I think we said it was spices would be the villains or something like that. Or
yeah, I think we said like there were spices or ingredients.
That's amazing.
It'd be pretty sick.
That would be dope.
Getting back to the toys, because we're gonna get sidetracked a lot, Zach. Just so you know, that's kind of what this podcast is. We get sidetracked.
We are. I love doing my show. We are very like regimented of like, here's the talking points. We're going to move through them. It's very efficient and slick. Sometimes it's fun to just chat on a real chill, like, we're going to get sidetracked. It's fine. Like, I got nothing but time.
That's what we do, man.
Yeah.
We'll fill it.
I have to read this thing Reggie just put in the chat. It's Gordon Ramsay. You must have pirated this episode because it's wrong! Oh my God, I love it. Oh, man. Did they announce the Satan Saber this week, or was that just something that's only available?
I think that was previously announced, but they announced that they are getting it for the U.S. market in a very limited amount.
Yeah. I believe Image Anime is the one that sticks off the top of my head that you can get that from. It is a full-size Shadow Moon Satan Saber.
Yeah, I think it's also Collectibles has some.
Sounds about right, yeah. There was a couple of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, full size, just like they did the Gavon sword originally, and I think they did RX's Blade 2. I think.
Wow, that looks so.
Don't quote me on that.
Cool.
I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks beautiful. It's on its own little stand and stuff. Are you looking at pictures, Rob?
Yeah.
It's sexy looking.
I'm gonna see if I can put them up. Oh wow.
I know they also announced, or maybe just drew more light to the fact that they have the Soto Gaim figures on Premium Bandai US website, which is awesome because that's never happened before.
Yeah, those are the first Kamen Rider things on there, right? Because it's mainly
I think so.
Anime and Gundam.
First like collectible Kamen Riders. I think they've had like watches and like, you know, clothing accessories and stuff. But this is
if anybody has any watches that you know, I still want the Ichigo watch, bro. I still want that watch so bad.
Yeah, those G3 watches are pretty sexy, or whatever company they were. They're pretty sick. So yeah, I think that was. Let's just get into the big announcement. Honestly, let's get into the big one. So the biggest announcement that I think, anyway, for me, that they announced is that we're getting Ryuki and 01 Localized streaming on Tokusatsu, and we are also getting physical releases of 01.
Oh my God, really?
You will be able to walk into Best Buy, hopefully, and just pick up Blu-rays and DVDs of Kamen Rider.
Are you shitting me?
No.
Yeah, buddy.
We were watching it live, and I think Peacemaker was hanging out with me. I lost my mind when they announced that. It was so cool. I was so excited.
When I found that out, I literally was just like, holy shit. Are you
like,
me?
It's a complete game changer, right?
Oh my God, finally, bro. Finally.
Yeah. Like, wow. And to start with the beginning of Reiwa, which is one of the best series we've had in a little while. Like, it's so cool. Such a good idea.
That's the best. That's the best idea. Oh my God.
Like, just imagine a steelbook with a raised Mitsubo Jinrai logo.
Of course, we'd buy the Mitsubo Jinrai
because it's Arc wills it. Come on.
Those evil robots are easily my favorite thing ever.
There you go. A little plushie action.
my little 01 plushie.
Little buddy.
My little buddy hangs out here. Yeah, man. No, they announced that, and I was like, "Yeah, let's go. I'm on board day one. I'll drive to the stores. I'll pre-order. I'll buy 5 sets and give some away for Christmas. Let's do this."
Right? Yeah. Let's. Now's the time. This is where we take over.
All to further the Kool-Aid.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Give a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, Kamen Rider.
Yeah. Ichigo.
Hongo be praised.
Yes. Hongo be praised.
And that was they also announced some other shows, now that I think about it. Duh. They announced the Double series.
Really?
Yeah, the anime. It's coming to Netflix, I believe. Was it Netflix?
No, it's
Funimation.
Funimation. Funimation's doing an adaptation of the double manga called Futo PI.
Mm-hmm.
That came out a couple years ago, didn't it?
Yeah, and they're doing an anime adaptation.
Are you serious?
So, and we're getting it here in the States simulcast. So, like the day after it airs in Japan, it'll be translated and put on Funimation's website here in the States.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hold on, I need a second here.
And I will say again, I saw a thing on Twitter of Shotaro without his shirt on, and if they keep those proportions, he's going to be a juicy, thick boy, and I am all for it. So, yeah, he was ripped in that picture I saw. So,
was he? Oh.
Yeah, he's been hitting the gym a little bit or something. I don't know, but he was ripped.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
okay,
so we're getting an official sequel, which is strange to get because we haven't gotten W localized, but they are putting it on the Toei channel now. You can go watch the first 2 episodes. So hopefully by the time it comes out, a majority of it is out.
You figure they're banking on 01, knowing how great 01 is.
Yeah,
production wise.
Yeah,
so maybe that's why.
COVID issues aside, yes.
Yes.
So
I'm just saying, like, it's the prettiest. It's so pretty.
Reggie's wondering who our favorite members of Mitsubo Jinrai are. Zach, you want to start?
I think I got to give it to Hirobi.
Hirobi?
Respectable.
Yep. Sting Dystopia? Can't argue with that, man.
I mean, come on, man.
That introduction alone, bro. Like, I remember wait, we saw it, and we were both like, so he's dead, right?
I was like, they just murdered my favorite character, didn't they?
Did they just kill the secondary, like, right there? Because that's respectable. I would have been okay with that. It was legit like, ooh, okay, I get it. All right, man. Damn.
And like his whole arc later on where he's just like, thinking of Jin as his son.
Yeah.
And like that whole emotional turmoil of like, okay, here's my creation, my son.
Yeah.
It's like that whole story arc was
it's great. Like we did a review of 01 a while back, but we kind of agree that this was a great start for them for the Reiwa era because it had a lot going for it, even overcoming the obstacles that they had to do. I mean, the ending I'm sure could have been a 12, even though it's still a 10.
Yeah, I agree. I said so when we were talking about it on the stream. I said, the fact that they were not only dealing with a new era in terms of production wise for the show, but also having to deal with the COVID stuff and like still put out a competent and engaging and entertaining product.
Yeah.
They absolutely nailed it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Very impressive. Very impressive. Much respect to them. And Bluefin actually put up a video of the interview of the executive producer. If you guys want to go check it out, he actually speaks to dealing with COVID and trying to finish the series. It's super interesting. Yeah. There's 2 parts. There's a Reiwa 1 and a Heisei 1 because he worked on, Hibiki, Kiva, and then Drive, I believe, as well. Was that
nice?
Yeah.
X8 as well. He worked on a bunch of
he worked on a
Heisei
bunch
Phase 2 shows.
Yeah. And they're super interesting to go watch. I unfortunately forget his name because I'm awful with names. I do apologize. Onori? Is it Onori?
This is very true.
Onari? Something like that?
Omori?
Omori?
Yeah. Either way, he's an executive producer. He's been around for a very long time. And it's cool just to see kind of the back end because we really don't get a lot of that other than like we don't see a lot of that other than like blurry set photos. So it's cool to see.
Don't stop those.
Yeah, don't stop
Please
those.
Keep those coming.
For me, my favorite for Mitsubo Jinrai is definitely Jin. I love Burning Falcon a lot, honestly.
Burning Falcon's a nice suit. Yeah.
Burning Falcon is beautiful, and I really just like where he goes, and again, kind of the relationship between the two. I think it played so well, and he was such a key factor, an unexpected key factor to the end of that story. I thought it was beautiful.
I agree. He tied all of his and Horobi's stories perfectly just with his evolution.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have had the whole thing without him.
Definitely. This goes without saying probably at this point, but we are going to talk hard spoilers. Probably should have mentioned that. But it's in the description too if you're listening to the audio. So we're going to talk hard. I'm just going to say now, from here on out, it's going to be hard spoilers because I don't want to limit that anymore because we kind of had to during the streams. So hard spoilers.
Yeah.
Sorry.
When we were
hard
doing
spoilers.
The Ryder streams, we had to keep it pretty spoiler free, but we can just go nuts here.
We're going now. There's alerts everywhere by the time I post this.
That's challenging because legit, we just go off the cuff and we're like, oh yeah.
I honestly don't even think about it, and I do apologize if I've ever spoiled things for people. Like I don't even think about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was sorry, but it's fun anyway. You're still gonna like it, we promise. If we like it, It's probably fun.
That's why you're here, right? That's why you guys are listening. That's why Zach's
Right,
hanging out
yeah.
with us. It's fun.
But so I don't have a favorite because I actually detest all of them. But if I had to pick the scariest, I would say Horobi, because that introduction was solidified my fear of smart robots. No thanks.
Yep. The primal fear that Rob has.
I don't get it. And metal robots and giant ice fire metal. No, I'm good, man. No. It's not the bug thing. It's just the creepy factor. It's like, why is that thing like that? Why is the T-1000 looking at me like that? Anyway.
What did you think of the intro of the Apocalypse, the Apocalypse Humagears?
Yeah.
So they also announced 2 more things, actually. The Black Sun reboot for Kamen Rider Black, which should be super interesting.
So, reboot, I'm
assuming it's an Amazon's kind of thing. That's what I'm assuming.
It's definitely sounding like it's going to be that kind of style.
Yeah.
Okay, so not a film, but maybe a miniseries type of...
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like a series of OVA film type things, that kind of thing.
That would be...
But it seems to be that
God.
same vein as the Amazon series.
Yeah.
That would be incredible.
How do you guys feel about that one?
Well, if it's say we're going in line with the remake of the Amazons, it would be a completely different story.
Yeah.
So the possibilities are going to be incredible. If they're going Black Sun sequel, then what would they have to tie in? Bringing back Shadow Moon, of course, you would have to. You couldn't do a Black sequel without another Shadow Moon.
Yeah.
What about you, Zach?
It sounds rad. I'm a sucker for kind of revamping old school suits like that. I definitely I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for information on that when it comes out, because Amazon's was really cool, real slick, real the suit designs are real clean, I guess is the best word I can use to describe them.
To get them dirty.
Yeah, except for they're dirty.
Nice and clean, covered in gore.
But clean lines,
Yeah.
aerodynamic looking, put it in a wind tunnel and the wind's gonna
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that for sure. Looking forward to seeing what that series is gonna be like.
Yeah. I will say about Amazon's that one of the things they succeeded best at was kind of keeping that classic Kamen Rider, but also grounding it in a very dark and gritty world. You know what I mean? But it was still a very colorful suits, things like that. So I have no doubt, because Black's and RX's suit kind of tailor more towards that dark kind of tone in general. I don't think they'll have any problem redoing that at all. Honestly, they could probably keep something real close to the originals and be fine. So I'm super excited for that as well. Just because it's one of the few Showa shows I've watched more than 10 episodes. So yeah. Yeah, and I think the last thing, the biggest probably of the 3, is Shin Kamen Rider.
Yeah.
By the one and only Hideaki Anno.
Oh my god.
So let's get ready to be sad.
So if we're not gonna get another Amazons with Black Sun, we're definitely gonna get it with Shin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Shin is gonna either be Guyver had a baby with Berserk and then can Henshin, or no, actually that's pretty dark. I'm gonna stop right there.
I mean, go ahead.
The kind of teaser image we got made it look like he was wearing a long black coat.
Yeah.
That looked like
very Skullman.
He was in the Matrix or something.
Yeah. Scarves and coats, can't argue with that. All that extra animation, I am all for it. All for it. Peacemaker says we're going to get Black Sun in the spring of next year, and then Futo PI is scheduled for the summer. So
nice.
So
Hopefully,
these are already in works, and they already have to have been in production. Holy crap!
So
nothing, no leaks, nothing. This is the first time we're hearing about any of this.
They've got it on lockdown.
Yeah.
Well,
they were like 50. We got to do it. We can't.
I remember seeing something around April Fool's Day that people were throwing around the trademark for Shin Kamen Rider. Mm-hmm. And everyone thought, oh, this is an April Fool's joke. It's April Fool's. What are they going to do? They're going to give us Kamen Rider Shin again? Or they're going to reboot Shin? And everyone's like, No, this is actually going to be a new series. It's going to be Shin Kamen Rider, not Kamen Rider Shin.
But
That's
no,
cool.
I mean, legit. Somebody could have looked you right in the face and said that, and you still wouldn't believe it. Like,
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like
we're remaking Shin.
perfect to leak something around April Fool's Day because no one's going to believe it. Let it leak during April Fool's and then you're fine.
Steer into that dragon.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I'm-
Shin Kamen Rider.
It was they like to me. Peacemaker was saying that, like you said, Shin Kamen Rider and then Futo PI rights, the copyrights dropped a little early. I didn't hear anything of it, so that was total blindside for me. Honestly,
Legit.
I was super excited.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Shin Godzilla. It's one of my favorite Godzilla movies ever. I'm a big kaiju head. If anyone can see the Showa collection there behind me, there's a bunch of Godzilla stuff up there with it. There's more in the closet, so I'm super excited. Super excited. And Shin Ultraman better be good because I don't like Ultraman. So yeah.
Did you see the next one is called Trigger? Is that the next Ultraman?
I have no idea. I genuinely don't follow it at all because
I think I'm
Yeah.
seeing Trigger. I'm not 100.
I see
Again,
things for Zet or whatever the newest one is, and it looks kind of cool. But I got nothing. We've tried so many times at this point.
I missed a lot, so I'm sorry, but that sounds like fucking amazing. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it was a nuts stream, and I think that one originally was scheduled for like midnight, but they had to push it because it just something couldn't come together.
Yeah.
And it'll all be out relatively soon.
Well, Shin
Hopefully.
Kamen
next
Rider is
year.
2023, I believe. The other two should be next year.
Yeah.
So we got a little while
Next
till
year
Shin
is
Kamen Rider.
Futo PI and Black Sun, and then 2023 will be Shin.
Yeah, I'm excited. Those
Hell
are gonna
yeah.
be so
Hell
good.
yeah.
Maybe we can try and do like a watch party or something, and we can all hang out and watch them. I think that'd be kind of cool. I probably can't stream it without Toei.
When the Blu-rays hit,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
God, I can't even.
I think that pretty much does it for the major announcements anyway for the week. Am I missing anything?
As far as announcements are concerned, I
That was pretty much
think
it, right?
that's about it.
Yeah, it was the big ones. It was pretty much the physicals and then the three new shows. Those were really the big guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, let's start getting into the panels and stuff and the things we talked about over the week because there was a lot of Ryder we covered over the week. Yeah. So like, I mean, just right out the gate, what was your favorite panel, Zach?
Favorite panel, probably. Gosh, it's a toss up between the Heisei and the Reiwa. Both eras, I am big in. Heisei was my start in Kamen Rider, so getting to kind of wax nostalgic on like I remember when I saw Blade for the first time, and I remember when I was watching Kabuto and Den-O as they were airing, and kind of getting into that nostalgia with it was fun to talk about. But at the same time, like getting to talk about Reiwa, getting to talk about 01 being the amazing series that it is with the revelation that now we're going to get physical DVD or Blu-ray or both. I don't know. They haven't really nailed the specifics on that yet. But getting those physical copies, I can go down to Best Buy or Target and pick it up and come home and watch it anytime I want.
Yeah.
And like, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I think those two panels were probably my favorite ones. The one I'm sad I missed though is I was supposed to be on the Collectibles panel to talk toys, and just could not get my scheduling to work out on that one.
Gotcha.
So missed out on that because I would have had all the toys that I have behind me up here at my desk to like, oh, toys.
Yeah, I had set up a table and everything right behind me here, just with like all the stuff. I dug it out of the closet, all the things I haven't seen in years, and I was like, I completely forgot I had this. Oh my God. Yeah, it was very cool. Like I didn't realize, I forgot completely. I have a Kamen Rider black belt buckle that's his driver, but it's like a solid metal belt buckle.
Holy crap! I remember when you got that.
Yeah,
Dude,
I forgot. I bought it just to like cosplay as him, like out of the suit. That's why I bought it and just like low key rep Kamen Rider. But yeah, like I found some of that stuff just because it's like we don't have a lot of room to put it up right now. Like I gotta hang shelves and stuff. It's a whole thing. Adulting is hard, guys. Adulting is very hard.
It's very, very hard. Very hard.
Listen, I had to go out and buy frames to hang up all these pictures to have a nice background for Rider Week and for future streams like this. Adulting is hard.
Adulting is very difficult. So we'll get there one day. One day it'll all be out.
We're all hung freehand because I didn't have a level.
They look very nice though. So I don't know if it's the angle, if you got it just right to where you can't tell, but they look very nice.
Yeah, when you look at it dead on, you're like, oh, it's kind of crooked.
It's the slightest thing. Never mind.
Yeah.
It's your mind.
But yeah, it was cool to see. Also, I felt a little shamed because I've been very hard in not, buying everything I see lately and be financially responsible. But it was really cool to see people's collections and things like that. And
what was the dopest things you saw? Like people's collections have to be. I mean, I just see what people
Reggie's
post.
was really impressive, honestly. Reggie's, if you're still here,
Reggie's
Reggie,
got a lot.
Your back there was real impressive when you were on the stream. Yeah, it was crazy.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Jem had a ton of stuff.
Jem
too.
had a ton back there too. Him and his partner Fee, they have a ton of stuff chilling back there. They have like every Saber driver right now because I was a little jealous. They have Genbu and Slash and all those. Because we were talking about that in the Reiwa panel. We were talking about Saber a little bit. Saying spoilers. So
listen, we could talk about Saber too.
we can talk about Saber, man.
I do like Saber.
I think for me personally, my favorite panel was probably the Showa one, just because we had Henshin Rio on the show. So they are a podcast out of Brazil.
Okay.
And they were on the show, and let me tell you how humbling and eye-opening it is. Like, obviously we all know Kamen Rider's popular around the world. We see all kinds of stuff. But when you actually talk to people in another country like that, it was so cool and so it got my heart all aflutter. All week I've been an old soft man. All week I've been tearing up at Henshin videos and stuff. Oh man, it was Kamen Rider 50th. I'm getting all soft and choked up.
Hey man, it was a special week. There was a special vibe in the air. I got you. No problem.
It was just, it was so cool having them on the show and just seeing what it was like and learning how much their history with Kamen Rider was different than ours because they got a lot more stuff like that. They got a lot of shows, and I learned some new fun nicknames like Manchetosaurus, which is the people who won't let the old Kamen Riders die for the new ones kind of thing. All kinds of fun things like that. So we learned a lot. It was really cool. Yeah. Peacemaker was a huge fan of the photo panels. I thought everyone who put an entry in mad respect, honestly.
That is I wish I had a percentage of, because those shots look amazing.
Yeah. They were, there was some crazy ones, and I feel bad for Jay and Metallics. That must have been hard to judge. There was some really good photos in there.
That sounds like good problems, though.
Yeah, it was a great problem to have. It was an unfortunate problem.
That's amazing. This is amazing. Everybody has amazing. Everybody gets a gold star. Thanks.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts. Yeah, so there was a bunch of panels, and I think maybe Rob, we can get you the lightning round since you weren't on the panels.
Yeah,
maybe kind of what we discussed. So, what was your first Kamen Rider collectible?
Me?
Do you remember? Yeah, you.
Oh crap!
I think I know what it was.
I think it was a Cyclone driver, the Cyclone memory. I think that was the first thing I got, and it was a Fugazi. It didn't chime right. I think it chimed something else entirely.
I think it was one of the capsule ones, so it wasn't a DX.
Yeah, it was the Cyclone Gaia memory, and it was just Philip's voice. Hold on. 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Knows right where it is. You're going to go snag it.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy. What was yours, Zach, since you weren't on the panel either?
My first collectible I ever bought was the Gattack Zector.
Yes. The DX one?
Yeah, the DX one.
Oh, man.
I remember ordering it from a shop in Hawaii, and I
Okay.
don't remember the name of the shop, but I was living in Illinois, and I was like, man, the shipping on this is going to suck, but it's Gattack. I need it.
That's a fair response, honestly. It is Gattack. He's the true Lord and Savior of that show. So
he is. Main character. Hashtag main character.
Even though the plastic strap broke a long time ago, but I still have it. I'm just like, man, I love that belt. But yeah, that was the first collectible I ever bought.
Very cool.
Wow.
I'm super jealous. So I'm a huge fan of Gattack as well. I think we talked about it a little bit on one of the panels.
Oh,
but yeah, I'm a huge fan as well. One of my favorite things I have is the figure art for Gattack. It's still in the box, unsealed. I don't even know if it's a legit one or not. I just don't care. I think I bought it off Wish or some shady con panel kind of thing. I don't even remember. We were probably at Otakon, honestly. But like,
No, definitely.
Yeah,
This is where
I bought it.
I think I got this.
Yeah, because that's right. Because we found a group that just goes to Japan. One of those, they buy a bunch of like secondhand toys, come back and sell them at cons, that kind of thing. And that's where we bought. Like, I think I bought the Steam memory. I didn't have any of the Excel stuff. I just had the Steam memory, and I was like, that's good enough for me, I guess. But yeah, it's Getac Driver. I'm so jealous. I want a Getac Driver real bad, but they're all really expensive.
The hyper
close to my half of the rent expensive. So yeah, I can't justify it.
Found the Gaia memory that I got. Hold it up a little bit closer. So see how it kind of looks legit? Like, I was convinced when I saw it from afar, but as soon as you, yeah.
Oh, we can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No. Nope. Toei's hitting us with the copyrights. We can't hear it. They're filtering Discord.
Oh, that's crazy. I'll send a recording.
There you go.
Anyway. But yeah, so that's the first thing I ever got. Because I think, and it was weird because the first show I watched was Ryuki. And
yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. So I think we've said this story like a million times, but quick breakdown. When I first drank the Kool-Aid, it came in the form of a stack of DVDs, and the first one I popped in was Ryuki.
Yep.
And since then, I just kept drinking.
Like a full, like, the disc plastic, like, holder guys. It was a full thing of that, of just different Kamen Rider shows. And I basically chucked it at him. And I was like, watch now.
It's like, here, drink now. Drink in front of me.
My story is very similar. Because when I first started, the first one I saw was Blade. And
nice.
How I saw it was, a dude I was talking to on a Ranger board at the time was like, hey, do you know Kamen Rider? And I said, what's a Kamen Rider? And he's like, I got you. What's your shipping address? And he shipped me these jank ass burned DVD copies of the TV Nihon subs.
That's awesome.
And I'm just like, okay, Kamen Rider, this is awesome. Yeah, I'm down. So burned through that whole series in like 2 or 3 days, and it's like, all right, what's next? Kabuto is airing right now. Okay, I'm gonna watch that one.
I mean, you probably need a hug first, honestly, right? Like,
yeah, it was a little rough.
Yeah, that ending though. Oh my god.
Poor. Oh, Kenzaki's fine. He's fine.
Didn't
you see Zio?
He's fine.
It's fine. He's living on a farm. It's fine.
That's what 300 years later. He's only insane. It's fine.
I have friends.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. I'm not making light. That's horrible. It's a horrible ending. I'm so sorry.
That's why I love the show, man. That ending was so good. That's why I hate the movie, because they undid that great ending. But it was great. Well, kind of. Not really. But it was a side story. That's all it was.
So that's crazy that you watched Kabuto weekly. That would have been hell, because without the ability to marathon through a lot of them.
Well, I was just saying, I think it was like toward the end of the Kabuto run. So like we were getting advertisements for Den-O, and I said, well, before Den-O starts, I want to watch this Kabuto.
Yeah.
And I think I started when Wizard was ending.
Yeah, it was around that Gaim Wizard transition, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because then he saw the light in Gaim, like most people did, and then he went.
Oh my god!
Come on,
praise be to Space Fruit Jesus.
Praise be to Space Fruit Jesus, I guess.
Praise him, because
Michi did nothing wrong.
I'm anxiously awaiting my email from Collectibles that says my CSM is shipped. Like, I'm sitting here on my phone every day, like, okay, Collectibles email, nope. Damn, okay.
Oh wow!
Come on, I need that CSM.
Yeah, they should be shipping like any week now, right?
I know. It comes out this month, and it's like I want to have it so I can put it on. And
so since I don't know, are you Team Baron, Team Gaim?
Okay.
Oh no. Okay.
Listen, I'm one very specific Team Baron member, and that is Zach, aka
of course.
Knuckle.
Listen, he does the name proud. We may not spell it the same way, but that's okay. Because as far as I'm concerned, he stepped up at the end and said, "Hey, Kaito, what the fuck, bro? You're doing it wrong. It's like, you need to be put in your place. Guess what? Pow, pow, pow."
He literally stepped up with the biggest hands he could.
Yep.
Square up.
He's like, you can catch these.
he can't henshin no more, so he just grabs Hulk hands and just jumps.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, no, man. Zach for sure. So yeah, I bought that Team Baron Lockseed set for sure.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Respectable.
Yeah.
I mean, we it doesn't matter because we love you for loving it anyway.
Oh,
the more people who love Gaim, no more.
dude,
Please,
Gaim,
because-
we were at Power Morphicon 2016, I think, or maybe 2014. 2014. Yeah, it had to be 2014 because that's when Gaim was airing. And literally did not care about any of the paneling on Saturday night. Didn't care about going out to dinner. We're like, hey, Gaim's on right now. Let's find some streamer that's streaming it live. We'll watch it raw. Don't even care. We can't understand what's happening. Like, let's watch it.
Never matters.
So we were huddled around this. We were huddled around this laptop in a hotel room in Pasadena, just like, oh my god! And like, I remember the exact episode. It was the episode where Mitchie had Mai kidnapped in that lab.
Yes.
And we're just like, what are you doing, bro? No!
That's where she becomes, oh crap.
We're watching that, and all of us are just like, I can't comprehend what just happened. Let's go get dinner. Like, shit. Okay, yeah, we gotta go. We gotta think about what we just saw.
That's awesome. 2014. That was probably the first year we went to Otakon too.
Yeah, it was.
We probably had something similar going on, honestly, because me and Rob were the only ones in our group like doing it, so we were probably huddled around a phone watching it. Like, there's just something about it. Like Peacemaker said, Gaim, Kabuto, and W seem to be the big entry points. I would probably agree with that because you have the wide gamut of just whatever Kamen Rider is, honestly, out of that. And I would even throw Ryuki in there. That's a good middle of the road one. I always make people watch first. So
yeah, I mean, I watched Ryuki first, but the first one I loved was Double, and it was just like quick. You can't even really describe it. It was probably the swagger, it was probably the vibe, but it really, you know what? I take it back. For me, it was because of the detective aspect. That's what hooked me.
Half-boiled.
Yeah, and he's an idiot, so yeah.
Like I related to him absolutely the same way because, like, man, I think I'm cool and tough, but really I'm fucking stupid. So let's go. Let's see what shenanigans these boys can get into.
Yeah,
Double is fantastic.
Yeah,
great, 100%. Yeah, and now we're getting a sequel.
And then like for me, I had never really watched it honestly until Rob watched it and was like, of all the ones you haven't watched, you need to watch this one. And then I watched it, and then the second Axel comes out dragging the sword, it was game over. Honestly, like we talked about, the big dumb swords on the Reiwa stream.
I love it.
You guys did the big dumb sword talk.
Oh yeah, I showed off my tattoo and everything. Yep,
the big dumb sword. You gotta love it, man.
Yep.
That's why I wanted Buster's sword from Saber, because big dumb sword.
Big dumb sword. That's all it is.
Listen,
full size.
I have to change because I now like Sabella a little bit more than Saber, just because she's got a dope design. And now, like, I didn't see her I didn't see the episodes fully until like the other day, and now I know that she's like got smoke powers. And
I was gonna say, who is that? That's the storm chick, right? The evil
one. Oh my god,
the totally not evil one.
Of course I like the evil one, but holy crap, man.
Yeah.
It's funny because we were talking about that too, where I was talking about her brother.
Yeah.
And I saw him. So I'm sorry, not to interrupt you, but I haven't seen the episode yet, but I just have a question. If you guys are up to date, is he a sort of Logos or something else?
As far as we know, he's sort of Logos. Whatever
that
means.
One more to go then.
So from what I understand, I haven't seen the episode, so correct me. Did you see the episode, Zach?
29 are we talking about?
I think so, yeah. I haven't seen 29.
Yeah, I saw 29. I haven't seen 30 yet.
So I believe he's like the personal guard to the Master of Logos, right?
Yeah. He's the personal bodyguard to the Master of Logos.
Yeah.
And his I'm sorry, I'm swearing a lot. I don't get.
You're fine. We have a mature filter on Twitch, so if you don't like it, cool. I'm sorry, I don't. You were
warned. His sword is a trident.
Yeah.
That he just pulls it out of the...
Is a trident.
Pulls it out of the handle, flips it around, puts it back, and one end is a trident, and the other end is a sword. So he pulls it out of the handle, flips it around, pushes it back in, and now it's a trident, or now it's a sword.
A full-size trident, too. Like, it grows like 3 feet.
It grows like this, and it's just like, how?
Don't ask questions, Zach. Just go with it.
But,
okay.
But, like, I'm for it. I like a good trident weapon, too. Like, big dumb trident. Good as a big dumb sword.
Yep.
So he's ocean power?
Yeah.
His book is like Sea Life Encyclopedia or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. He's Triton.
Wild.
Yeah, he's Triton.
Yeah.
But we had a Triton in O's, but okay, we'll take another one. That's fine.
That was Poseidon, thank you.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
But no, it's the clips I've seen are super cool, and even when he does, because he can switch it back to the sword. It seems when he's fighting to just use a sword if he needs to.
So it's interchange, like on the go.
Yeah, he can
just on the fly keep flipping it back and forth. Yeah, and he also has this power that's like a teleportation that every time he presses it a certain way, he uses it to teleport behind Toma at one point. He uses it to teleport back in front of him, and he's just like, and it's seriously the most. Like,
I didn't know that part. That's
so
awesome.
He's a Nightcrawler with a sword trident.
Yep.
It's wild.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
It's okay. I can't wait to see more of him fighting because
but he is a bad guy, so we're gonna have to like
bad big air quotes bad.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's a bad guy. Let's face it. Sort of Logos at this point, they're all kind of dicks.
Yeah, which was like so kind of like obvious. Way from the beginning, but I can't. I love it. I'm not even gonna talk crap about it because I made a promise that I was gonna be positive about all Ryder shows, and I love Saber for everything about the theme and everything. Like the designs are dope. I wish we still had Ikazuchi because that was one of my favorite ones, but I'm sure we'll get something. But I mean, legit, there's nothing that I haven't liked about this show that I can't forgive, you know?
It's just genuinely fun and entertaining, honestly, at this point.
Well, I was going to say, when we were talking about the Reiwa panel, I had dropped Saber. I had, just because of, like, my last year, life situation was crazy. I moved from Chicago to Florida, moved into this new house. So, like, I had dropped Ryder just because I just wasn't thinking about it. And then, you know, I got the invitation from David. Hey, man, we're doing another Ryder week live streams. You want to come on and talk about it? Yeah, sure. Just put me on, you know, whatever panels. I'll be on all of them. I don't care. Yeah. And we got to the Reiwa panel, and I was like, oh crap, I'm not caught up on Saber. I marathoned from episode 7 to 29 in like 2 days. And I was like, okay, yeah, this show's getting good. Okay, like it's a slow burn. I on stream I said it's like an actual book. Like it takes some getting there. Like you have to get through the first couple of chapters of setup and like go through the story, and then once you're into the middle of the story, stuff's going down, and it's important to pay attention, and like you're gonna get satisfying payoffs, but you have to be patient, just like a book.
Yeah. I mean, for us, we started off. We were like surprised at the pace because everything just kept happening so fast, and then and then suddenly where we thought we were gonna get the stall, it wasn't as bad as we thought it was gonna be. Like they found a way to make even like the whole Logos inner trader thing that alone wasn't a whole lot to do, but it still kept it interesting. So I get that trog through to get to the point.
Yeah, the twist of you know, hey, we defeated Caliber and the book is closed, and mostly the world is saved now. Oh, but wait, now there's this traitor aspect of like, oh, and Toma's going to pick up Caliber's work and try and find the evil within Logos, and it's like, this is an interesting way to turn this story around.
Yeah. Except everything with Yuri. That's a bit hard to get through. I tried again just to I don't know. It's nothing against him. I guess the idea is cool. I just don't think the character's right. Like it's just so.
They lost me when the shadow form turned into Gumby on the CG. That's when they lost me. Like it looked like a straight up like weird wobbly man. I was like, okay, I'm done here.
Wacky arm flailing, inflatable flailing arm tube.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he turned into. It was nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, you earlier you asked our opinion on the psycho form, right? Like, I guess I get what they're. It's just so different
Yeah.
that I'm willing to accept it because it's as different as Slash was when they first introduced him, and that that
he's
I
best
kind of
boy,
got.
so that's fine.
Yeah, now he's awesome. So like it's still just. I get it because it's very colorful. There's a lot going on there, but
I remember when like the leaks of Slash came out, everyone's like, "This guy belongs in X8. What's he doing here?"
Yeah,
Like
same
yeah,
colors,
you're not
crazy
wrong.
visor.
Like,
Yeah, like it's
very
crazy.
shady in design.
And then like when they revealed who he was, it was even more jarring. You know what I mean? Because it's like this very like
that
weird,
guy?
timid guy, and who's just been in the background since basically episode one, not doing anything, and we're like, who is that? What is going on? And then Bremen No Rock Band comes out, and he became my favorite.
Yeah.
So
and that's a whole new character. We have 3 characters in one right there.
Yep. It was Slash is so cool. He's my favorite character by far in that show so far.
He's dope.
Pretty
man.
good.
When he transformed.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I was going back to that meme where now he's diving. That they have that now. Yeah, have you seen that meme where he's diving into some? I don't know. Like that's how awesome he is now. Dude has a meme. So come on.
Getting back to the collectibles, because again, rants, it's going to happen. Who cares?
Yeah.
What is your like holy grail collectible? If you like, what is the one piece you either have or want to have? The holy grail of any Kamen Rider.
Damn it.
I'll go while you guys think, because I already know what mine is.
Yeah.
So for me,
Ooh.
it would be the CSM Blade Driver, because he's my favorite rider. And I like it has the full size Rouser. The blade is a good size, like the Blade Rouser. And then it has all the pieces to it. It has all the cards. If only it came with a full size King Rouser, it would be absolutely perfect. That's the only thing I would want on top of it. But just having it in general, that's like my creme de la creme. I gotta have it now. But I also don't have like $800. So yeah.
Yeah, with me, man, that CSM O's driver with all those medals. Like,
I didn't know it came with all of them either.
It comes with metal combos that weren't even in the show.
What?
Stuff that was like,
What?
oh yeah, like the insect combo that's like ant, wasp, and something else, and it's like from a video game or from a
From
short.
like one thing.
Is it like the
that's
Ganba Rising
like,
or
yeah.
something?
Yeah, like yeah, exactly, Ganba Rising, and it's like, why would you think to include this? This is for like the deepest cut, hardcore. Like you have to know. Oh, like I didn't know these forms existed, but I want them because they're cool.
Yeah,
and like he's just like silver and black themed, like
I gotta look this up.
and then there's another one that's like deer and like it's these combos that I'd never heard of before. And I'm just like, these look sick. I want them.
Oh my god, bro.
That's awesome.
And so yeah, the O's CSM again. If I had like $800, that'd be probably top of my wish list.
Money is not a thing in the wish. Okay.
No, yeah,
That's all it is.
It becomes very hazy.
That's why it's a wish.
Yeah,
I mean,
Peacemaker says CSM combos are from Megamax. They are in the background of Kagami's office.
Interesting.
Kagami's office.
That's interesting.
I know. Was it Ken? I believe from Team Ryder had the O's. He's a huge O's fan. I think it was Ken. There was 2 of the guys on there. I'm sorry if you watch this. I forget. I'm terrible with names. I've met a lot of people recently. I'm so sorry. So I think it was Ken had the CSM O's driver.
And everyone was like, "Where's your address?
Yeah,
we're coming."
Everyone. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
But yeah, that one would be Holy Grail. Because man,
does it even come with like the Kangaroo Puncher and like the weird Barami whatever it was movie one? That's sick. That's super cool. Yep. I love that. Like CSMs are dumb expensive, but I love that they come with literally everything. So like it kind of justifies it.
It comes with all of that and all the show combos, and I think it also came with like Poseidon and Aqua stuff.
Oh, really?
Like the other movie, like
that's cool.
The full complete CSM set is bonkers with how much it includes.
That's awesome.
And that's why I was like, man, they're doing a CSM Sengoku driver, and you can buy the Team Lockseed sets with the faceplates and everything. All right. Stimulus money, don't fail me now. Here we go. Let's
and it's gone.
$453 payment to Collectibles later. It's okay though. It's worth it.
Worth it.
Worth every penny.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah,
it will definitely be worth it. What about you, Rob?
It would definitely be like the Sengoku guy, because my ultimate goal is to one day live my nerd dream and don a full suit. And one would be Kachidoki, and the other would be Mugen. Now I have the Mugen, but I need God. If money wasn't a thing, I'd be doing it. I'd be doing this podcast in the suit.
Yeah,
I'd rig a mic in the helmet,
dude. And that's another thing too about the Lockseed sets for the CSM Sengoku is we're getting that Kuroshima set that's going to come with Melon Kachidoki.
Yes, I saw that. That's
something that was a stage show exclusive that, like, you know, only a handful of Western Kamen Rider fans have even had the chance to see pictures of. But it's like,
yep.
Yeah, we're including that. Why not? It's amazing.
Man. I'm so happy. That's finally happening over here, man.
Apparently, if anyone would like to see what these O's combos look like, Peacemaker saying Soto has pretty much all of them as figures coming out. So
nice.
That'd be pretty cool.
Every
That'd be a nice little
form.
Yeah, pretty much.
Every variation.
Pretty much.
Holy crap.
That's amazing. Systems combos. Soto's doing all 5 of them.
Or
so
at least the base combos. Yeah.
Okay. The 5 exclusive forms.
Yeah. And Aqua. So pretty sick. If you want a nice little figure collection to go with your CSM, there you go. Yeah, it's always going to be Blade. Honestly, it's always going to be everything. Blade is my baby. So, what if you guys could create a collectible? What would it be? Like something that isn't made yet. Like what would you want to see as a collectible?
We were talking about at one point, like CSM weapons, full size weapons from Riders. Yeah, give me that. That would be awesome.
Definitely.
Give me my 9-foot tall Buster sword, and I'll just listen. I'll take a second mortgage out on the house. It's fine. I don't care.
Yep.
But give me that life size. Oh man!
I want them to put magnets in it, so when you swing it, boulders attached to it, and you can just crush people. I think that'd be sick. But yeah, I'm right with you on that. I think one of the coolest things they could ever do is CSM Sabers that are full size, and like you can have some kind of spring mechanism so they pop out and everything and still fit to the belt nicely. I think that would be just the coolest. I wouldn't even be like, yes, I want Genbu's full size sword, obviously, but like if you could get a full size like Rekka, that'd be so sick too. You know what I mean? Like just having that mechanism of it folding out and everything, I think would be such a cool gimmick in a toy. Oh man, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Peacemaker wants all the final forms in one line. That would be cool too.
Like I was just thinking, like I would say helmets, man. Like just start a line of all one size fits all with adjustable foam helmets, man.
They did that with Power Rangers. They have Hasbro has their Lightning Legendary collection. Is it Lightning? It's Lightning now, right?
It's Lightning collection.
Yeah.
Lightning.
Yeah, they have white and red. I've seen from the store. I think that's the only two they have.
And there's a leak that we're getting a third one, and no one knows what it's going to be.
I'm going to assume it's the Green Ranger or Draco.
Green Ranger, obviously Green Ranger.
Didn't they already have green? I thought they had red, green, and white were the 3 that they had.
Is that the 3 they had?
I was just guessing.
When I was at the store, I only saw red and white, but we also didn't get a whole lot of that stuff unless it was pre-ordered. So,
I mean, it would make sense. I mean, why wouldn't they release green as one of the first?
Yeah, I'd assume they'd either do that or like do some kind of Dino Fury tie-in, but who knows? I don't know.
I mean, that would just be my purchase. I would just be getting helmets all the time.
Yeah,
legit.
Yeah, they have green already. They have red, white, and green.
Okay, cool.
So the 4th one,
Drakon. Most likely.
Would be cool.
Draken.
I'd be down for any of the SPD helmets myself.
Yeah, SPD's dope. I love SPD.
Is that your go-to, Zach? SPD?
Your SPD, listen, Deca Ranger was my first Super Sentai.
Okay.
And so when they're like, oh, hey, yeah, here's Power Rangers SPD. It's an adaptation of Deca Ranger. And I said, all right, I'll watch that. And the way it adapted some of the similar like stories, like this is actually really cool that they're doing it this way.
So you mean the Power Rangers is pretty close to the Deca Ranger?
It's pretty close. Like even like they included like something I never thought they'd do, which is Deca Masters 100 Crybot fight.
Yes.
Okay.
I was going to say
they actually have
the body count.
the body count in the timer or the timer in the screen. And I'm like, there's no way they adapt this. Like this is going to get cut or something. No, they adapted it full on, including the body count.
Yep.
And I'm just like, all right, SPD wins because that's amazing. I never thought they'd adapt something like that.
He has a straight up Muzao body count in the corner.
Yeah, it is.
Are you serious? That's great. That's fantastic.
Like, SPD is one of those series that like you can show someone who hasn't seen Power Rangers in a while and be like, no, Power Rangers is still good. Just you have to be, open to the idea of, hey, a kid show can be entertaining even as an adult. And SPD is a good example of that. RPM is a good example of that. Dino Fury going on right now is really good too.
Is it good?
I was about to ask because that's the one I tried to get into. What was the one? The
Rear Soldier?
No. Because I really like Gokaiger, so I wanted to see if Megaforce and Super Megaforce were anything, and I couldn't.
No.
Well, I know that now. I'm talking about at the time, Carl. At the time, nobody told me.
No, yeah, we all had high hopes for that, and then wah.
So that's the last time I tried an American Power Rangers. So
no, that one was disappointing. They did Dino Charge, which was Kyoryuger. That was okay. That one, they did something different behind the scenes. I think they got a new showrunner, or they brought back one of the showrunners from the previous years.
That's when Hasbro took over, wasn't it?
Was that? No, Hasbro took over for Beast Morphers.
Oh, okay.
So like Dino Charge was good in the beginning. Toward the second half of the last season, it kind of tapered off in quality, but it was still entertaining. Ninja Steel, we stopped doing reviews for Ninja Steel because we had stopped watching Ninja Steel.
Yeah.
That's
what I thought about Ninja too. I gave up. I was like, this is really boring. I'm gonna stop.
So yeah, that one was not great. Beast Morphers was when Hasbro started to kind of take over. So you still had some of those like Saban mandates in there of like, oh, there has to be a physical comedy duo because that's what the kids like.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, this is just embarrassing to watch. So like Beast Morphers quality was better than Ninja Steel, but still not as quite as it could have been.
Yeah.
Dino Fury so far has been fantastic. They're starting to get away from some of those Saban mandates where it's like, yes, they still have a comedy duo who aren't Rangers, but the comedy is spread more evenly. Like you're not getting strictly, here's 15 minutes of subplot for the comedy characters.
Hulk and Skull tripping over each other kind of thing.
Exactly.
You know what? I'm curious as to what you mean by Saban mandates. I've never heard of that.
When Saban had the control over the franchise after he bought it back from Disney, from Power Rangers Samurai through Ninja Steel, he had a very narrow way of like, this is how we did it in the 90s. It worked then. It's going to work now.
Okay, yeah.
So you have your Bulk and Skull. Guess what? We're going to do another comedy duo. And in fact, in Samurai, they literally just brought back Bulk and they paired him with Skull's kid, Spike.
What?
They said, okay,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Skull has a kid named Spike, and all throughout the whole season, he's like, "Come on, Uncle Bulky, we're gonna go," and like he's doing his worst Skull. It's terrible.
God,
but
I'm sorry.
Like, it's so bad. But the cool thing is at the very end of the season, the last episode, they actually got Jason Narvi to come back as Skull. So you had a Skull and Bulk reunion, and it's like, oh, that's
worth it. Okay,
that
that's
warms
not
my
bad.
heart.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had these weird mandates of like, the physical comedy must be, such and such, and you can't, you can't have any kind of idea of Rangers being romantic or anything like that. He had some really weird ideas with how the franchise should have been run.
I've never heard of that. That's wow.
We kind of got to talk a little bit about it. We interviewed Simon Bennett, who is the current executive producer and showrunner. We got to interview him
nice. Awesome.
A couple of weeks ago.
Awesome.
And getting to kind of crack that shell of behind the scenes info was a lot of fun. And he just said that, with how they're running things now, like he's in charge. Hasbro put faith in him to run the show the way he's running the show. And granted, he still has some of those things he has to contend with, but like not nearly as overt as they were. One of the really great physical comedy bits that happened in the last episode that aired yesterday on Power Rangers was, so the Red Ranger is an alien who he's got these kind of fish out of water moments that are really funny, but he's still like a very capable, like he's been a ranger for thousands of years. He's almost a mentor and a ranger in one.
Okay.
Wait, awesome. Seriously?
Oh yeah, it's cool. He's this alien. His name is Zato. He is from the planet Rafkon. He was of the Knights of Rafkon who came to Earth in the time of the dinosaurs to stop the Sporix monsters.
Interesting.
And he's been cryogenically frozen for the last thousands of years. And
so he's Encino Man. Gotcha.
Yeah, Encino Man, exactly. It's Encino Man, but slightly more intelligent.
Gotcha.
Okay. And so he has this quirk of like he doesn't understand Earth slang among the teenagers and like social cues and things like that.
Neither do I. So okay,
there you go. and he does this thing where they were celebrating at the end of the last episode about something, and the Black Ranger, Javi, and the Blue Ranger do a little fist bump like this, and Javi keeps his fist out for Zato to give him the same fist bump, and Zato just kind of goes and like grabs it. And like it's like this is the kind of subtle comedy that I love to see, because that's like literally the funniest thing. Like, yeah, Zato doesn't really know what to do with the fist, so he grabs it, and then like Javi takes his fist back and looks at it like, what the just happened? So it's that kind of subtle humor that's cool. Yeah, I think Dino Fury is doing really well. Good. And yeah, so to get off track of Kamen Rider, with Power Rangers.
No, but we're fine. We can talk about both, bro.
Yeah. Dino Fury is good so far, man. Cool. They're 7 episodes in. There hasn't been a disappointing episode yet. Each episode has had something really cool, unique.
The skirt rip
story, or the skirt rip was a whole.
It was a legendary moment.
Goddamn thing, I tell you. So in Dino Fury, the Green Ranger in the past was a female, and skirt on her uniform or her outfit or her Power Ranger clothes.
Got it.
And in the Sentai, of course, Ryusou Green was a dude. He didn't have a skirt. So what they did is to match the Sentai footage in the current timeline, the current Green Ranger, Izzy, who is a very sporty, kind of tomboy kind of character, morphs, and she looks down and she's like, oh, this is awesome. Actually, hang on a second. And she just rips the skirt off. Like, nah, I'm not a skirt wearer. Like, I don't need this skirt. Let's just get rid of it.
Amazing.
The normal people, like us, are like, yeah, that's cool, man. That matches the Sentai footage. It gives it a reason for her to do it. And it's kind of this great empowering moment where she chooses to do what she wants to do. She chooses her own agency and things like that. And then you got these weird people online who are just like, ripping off a skirt? She's...
Those would fall into the category, I feel, of the Manchetosaurus we were talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Those are the people who have never ripped off a skirt, so...
It's like, what are you getting so bent out of shape for? She ripped off a piece of fabric.
Yeah.
And like...
How dare she?
So, it's a pointless argument, and the more you entertain it, the more they have to just keep spewing it. So it's really best to just ignore them 100%, because it's a joke and it's not worth it. It's not worth
Truth.
it. No,
Truth.
Not at all.
It was the dumbest thing.
Yeah, I was watching some of that unfold on Twitter just because I'm friends with you and Toku Chris, and you guys seem to be fielding a lot of that. And oh boy, was it ridiculous! And I felt my IQ dropping everything I read. So it was bad. Yeah, like, same thing with the new announcement. Like, not to get into any of that stuff, but like same thing with the new announcement for the Gold Ranger. It kind of felt like the same kind of vibe. So for anyone who doesn't know, the new 6th Ranger is the first black 6th Ranger, which is awesome. Fantastic. Wow. I'm super hyped for it, actually. And the dude seems super cool. Like, I'm really excited to see what this guy can do, because he had a bunch of like TikTok videos of him like jumping and transforming and stuff. It was really cool.
Yeah. Legit.
But, but then of course you have the troglodytes coming out of the shadows. You just like these people coming out like
yeah, and that's the point is that they want attention.
Diversity.
Yeah,
it's like, dude,
pay attention to me, please.
Power Rangers has existed since the 90s, and the diversity was never forced. It's always been about a multicultural group of teenagers.
Yeah, with
saving
attitude.
The world. Yeah, exactly. So like, these my first diversity. It's like, you know what? If you feel that way about the show, you shouldn't be watching it because you're not getting the lesson that it's trying to teach you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't deserve to watch it. No.
So Pika actually gave us a very, not to get off topic because we haven't done that already, but Pika gave us a very important question that is very relevant actually, and I'm enjoying it. Would you rather have a Mikasa body pillow or a Historia body pillow? So, very relevant. Henge is the proper answer.
Why not both?
Henge.
I mean,
is
Hanji.
the real answer.
Yes.
Whatever. Hanji is the proper answer.
Hanji.
So, also, what's up, Josh? Sasha's
Potato Girl.
Prior to season 4, because that's weird. So, prior to season 4, do you watch? You don't watch a lot of anime, do you, Zach?
I had to Google those names because
you just had to Google. That's fine.
Toku names I don't know.
It's
Attack on Titan series somewhere.
It was a very pressing issue if anyone watching Attack on Titan, but Hanji or Hengi is the proper answer, and then Sasha before season 4 because again we're talking spoilers. She gets shot and is dead, so that's weird. So.
Spoiler warning.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Hang on. I have to remember the name of the one anime series I've seen, and I'm gonna have to.
I do. I'm
I'm hesitant because whenever someone does that, I'm like, is it going to be hentai? And they just didn't realize it.
I promise it's not hentai because I know the difference.
What do you mean Bible black?
The one anime mini series, I guess, because really it was only 12 episodes, is a series called Arpeggio of Blue Steel.
Okay, I've heard of it. I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
I don't think I've seen that. Arpeggio of Blue Steel. What is that?
I only saw it. It is a mecha. It's alien battleships that have Moe Girl AIs.
Of course.
Oh.
And they are like
simp warriors. Gotcha.
Yeah, pretty much. Like they come to Earth. These evil alien battleships. I mean, I don't really know how to describe them otherwise. Come to Earth. They cut off the oceans, and humanity gets like one of these alien vessels to reprogram and make their own. And like slowly over the course of the episode, this one gets all the other like big ones to turn on the big evil battleship, and it's like also there's the beach episode because it's a Moe Blob anime, so there's a beach episode,
of course.
Literally the only anime I've seen all the way through. It's only 12 episodes, and I only started because somebody had used the OP theme to an Overwatch fan music video.
Okay,
and I'm like, what is this song from? This song is really cool. Oh, it's from this anime. Well, I guess I'll watch this anime.
Only 12 episodes, might as well.
I'm just gonna check this out now.
Yeah, that's
so yeah. The only anime I've seen is one of the most like obscure. Like, it literally ran from October 7th, 2013 to December 23rd, 2013.
Oh shit.
So yeah, a 12 episode mini that ran. What are we talking about? Like 8 years ago now.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
That's the extent of my. I've seen bits and pieces of other anime. Yeah. Like I remember watching, like the first episode of Ranma 1/2.
Okay.
Oh wow.
I remember watching. What the hell else did I watch? But like, because I was going to an anime convention in Chicago called ASEN.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't know thing one about anime, and I'm going to this anime convention. Like,
dip the toe a little bit.
What do I do? And my buddy, who's a big film buff, he's like, well, I've got a couple of anime films. Like, here's we'll watch Ranma. We'll watch Alucard. We'll watch not Alucard. What's that anime with Alucard in it?
Hellsing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hellsing. We'll watch Hellsing. And here, I'll send this one home with you. Watch that. Make sure you're alone. I'm like, do I want to know? And he's like, just trust me. We rented this from Blockbuster when I was a kid. My grandma nearly had a heart attack. I said, all right, cool.
Speaking of
watch that one. It was this one called Urotsuku Doji.
Oh boy.
Which is absolutely a hentai. And I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? dude, what did you send home with me? He's like, hey, you want to know all aspects of anime? And I said, not like that. Take it back. It's tentacles and shit coming out of the walls of the house.
Sticky?
No.
Was the disc sticky?
Oh,
Yes.
God. Luckily, no.
And it smelled.
At least he properly cleaned it.
But yeah, I had done that because my buddy and I hosted karaoke.
Gotcha.
And we had gotten asked to host karaoke at ASEN. And I said, I guess I don't know anime, but I like hosting karaoke with you, so I'll go.
Mm.
And yeah, we dressed up as Narima Daikon Brothers, which is just anime blues brothers.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's cool though. That's awesome.
it was fun, man. I miss big conventions like that.
Yeah, me too. I'm hoping we get back to that soon. I'm hoping we get to hang out with Team Ryder in person at NYCC this year. So that's kind of the hope right now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, kind of. I don't know what else really is to talk about Ryder wise. Anyway, that's why I kind of got off track there. But
yeah, I mean,
we probably talk about the cool special all Ryder Henshin video that we got of all
that was other than that was.
I
Gonna be my
did
next thing
see
if we had
that.
anything
Yeah,
else.
you sent that link.
Yeah,
that was
so
really awesome.
One of my favorite moments of the week was a 6 to 7 minute Ryder video of everyone who submitted themselves henshining. And it is on Bluefin Video on YouTube. You can check it out. I'll post a link after we're done here on my Twitter. It's one of the best things I've ever seen, honestly. Like we were trying to get it to work on stream, and then when we finally did, it was like worth the wait isn't even how I would describe it. Like it was so good. It was so heartwarming, and like I said, I've been feeling like old and soft all week. Like I got real teary-eyed watching it. It was like I can't again thank, and I'm so proud of everyone that submitted a video. Like they were all so phenomenal, and some of you guys just went like to the nth degree with it, with the effects and sounds and everything.
Legit.
Yeah.
Some of the ones that had those visual effects, it's like, man, this is why I didn't submit, because I would have been outclassed. Like, damn, that didn't work.
Like I was so proud that like even if we couldn't have like a Ryder picture, like everyone just came together for this video, even if they couldn't make it to one convention, and that's what was so heartwarming and special about it for me. Please everyone go watch it. Like it is so cool to see, and just you guys all killed it. Much love to all of you guys who did it.
For real.
Yeah. And then go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and then at the end, special announcement.
Yeah. So Rob, have you seen the video yet?
No, enlighten me.
So Naki and Dodo showed up. I forget his name. Naki and Dodo showed up at the end of it.
They were there?
They were there, live and in person.
Oh my god. Are you serious?
Do you guys want to talk about that while or Zach, I should say, do you want to talk about that while I pull up a link for our viewers?
They just popped up, or this was like already known?
So we watched this whole Henshin video. There's a couple of end title credits. They're like, hey guys, thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, like, static cuts in. And it's like, what's going on? It's like, it's Ikazuchi and Naki, and we're being hacked by Metsubo Jinrai. What? And literally, Naki, they were there like, hello, Kamen Rider fans in America. Thank you so much for... And like, their English was perfect, and then they both were just like, hey, we're so excited to celebrate Kamen Rider Week with you all, even though we're in Japan and you're in America. And they said stuff like, we're all still really battling the COVID problem together. Keep your spirits up. Like, we're all in this together. Very hopeful, inspiring message, which is weird coming from the villain group, but I'm for it. So,
to be fair, they were the least villain of the villain group.
True, that's true. They were the least villain of the villain group. And then they're just like, thank you so much, and we'll see you all maybe for a future thing. And then that's when they flashed at the end of the screen, Kamen Rider Heisei Week 2.
Yep.
Coming this summer.
Wait, when? This summer?
This summer. So that'll be on, Team Ryder will be hosting that again. So we'll probably see a lot of you guys there.
Another week-long event live stream, Heisei Week 2.
Yeah. So, yeah. Like the whole video, like I said, I was getting sappy and just so proud of everyone. And then having that cherry on top was just everyone on stream was like, oh!
literally, the video is full screen. It cuts back to us all in our cameras, and I'm just sitting there like,
just slack jaw.
Yeah, it was crazy. Just heavy breathing.
That is amazing.
Yeah, heavy breathing. Like, I'm excited. Holy crap.
Yeah.
And another thing they mentioned is that they were not aware that there was an American fan base until they were asked to make this video for us.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
The actors of the show have no idea.
Yeah, the actor who played Ikazuchi said, like, it's great to hear that we have so many fans in America. We were not aware of that until just now.
Yeah.
And it's like,
serious,
man. Toei really doesn't know how big Ryder is in America already. Like, they really need to capitalize on it.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's like an ignorance thing or if it's just like they just don't see it. You know what I mean? Like, because we're not shouting loud enough or what?
I don't know, but that's why, like, we were trying to get Kamen Rider trending on Twitter, and we did a couple of times, which is great. That shows that we're talking about it over here.
James Gunn helped.
Hashtag Kamen Rider.
And there was a similar thing with Watanabe's message as was from Heisei Week last year, where he said something similar, where he's like, "Yeah, we're so surprised to learn that there's a big American audience. Thank you for supporting us." And it's like,
but that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, we want to support you. Your show is amazing.
Yeah, I know almost every Ryder fan is like, I just want to go to Japan so I can hang out with Ryder stuff and just see Ryder all the time. Like, can you imagine what life would be like if we get to that point where like Ryder stuff is just fairly readily available? Like, oh my god, crazy.
We're gonna start with the DVDs.
We're gonna start with the DVDs. And Peacemaker saying the Shop Factory said it would be a few months to Ryuki's release, so like that could be something that they announce at Ryder Week 2. Heisei Ryder Week 2. That could very easily be something that starts, and bet your butts I'm going to be there because I like me some Ryuki.
I have said repeatedly, like, when I got to hang out with one of the last conventions I got to do in 2020 before I moved to Florida, Eric and I went to C2E2. We got to meet David. We got to meet Team Ryder, hang out with them, chat. Like, we spent a good 4 hours at the Bluefin booth hanging out.
Wow.
And I told David, I said, listen, you need anything, I'm there. Live streams, you want me to go to conventions, I'm there. Like, and originally we had a plan of, oh, hey, we're going to be at MegaCon, which is Orlando's big Comic-Con. Mm-hmm. We're going to be at if you want to come to hang by the booth, help us work the booth. I said, yeah, absolutely. No problem. I'll be there. Like, I want to promote Ryder as a fan.
Yeah.
First and foremost.
Yeah.
But like, also getting to hang out with you guys and talk Ryder and talk about getting this stuff over here. Yeah. I'm on board 100% because I love Ryder. I love Toku. And, the goal is to get Ryder to be a household name here in America, because why not?
Yeah.
Power Rangers is.
Yeah, there's no reason why Ryder can't. I personally think it's better than Power Rangers. I'll say it. I don't care. I personally think it's way better than Power Rangers.
For legal reasons, this is a joke, but I agree.
He's not actually Ranger Command. Just so you know, it's a stand-in.
It's fine. It's fine.
He's actually he's a human gear. We made a human gear of Zach.
He's a human gear because he's on a Ryder.
That's why he's wearing the headphones.
Come on, these are big human gear headphones.
Come on now.
It's fine.
I scanned the Zach Progrise key, and that's what happened. So he's not responsible. It's fine. But no, like I genuinely can't agree enough. And honestly, after this week, I feel the same way. Like we all have shows, and no matter how big or how small, like it's all about being a fan first. And I honestly don't care if anything goes anywhere. It's all about, I love hanging out with you guys and talking Ryder. Like me and Rob do it all the time, but I especially love hanging out with, everyone from the streams, yourself, Jem, all those guys. It's just so much. Like we had Marcos and Chris on here a couple weeks ago. Like it's just so much fun talking to everyone. And I just, like anytime you guys want to hang out, I'm always down for it.
Yeah. And I mean, we used to do, been a few months since we've done one now, but we used to do Among Us nights.
Okay.
With some of the Toku crew.
Oh, wow.
And we would just hop on Discord, play some Among Us, chat BS, and it was kind of our way to get through like the loneliness of
the dark times.
Of like, hey man, we all just need somebody to talk to on occasion.
Yeah.
And to be able to hang out for a couple of hours a night and play Among Us and be goofy and we were playing hide and seek variant one night, and Reggie was it. and he put on the creepiest voice I've ever heard, where he's just like, "I'm gonna find you," and we're just like, "Reggie, what the hell? Where are you? This is terrifying."
That's the idea.
That sounds amazing.
But yeah, just like again, getting to hang out, getting to chat.
Yeah.
Ryder, Rangers,
Toku in general.
No, wait, that's another show. Sorry. Getting to talk about the stuff we love is such a powerful thing to have for your own mental health.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, and I'm speaking as somebody who, for all intents and purposes, I have been in solitary confinement for the last year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anyone who isn't family down here in Florida.
Yeah.
And moving here is hard because it's like, I thought, oh, okay, well, I'll move there and, I'll go out and be social. I'll go to the comic book shops or I'll go to the game stores. I'll make friends. It's no problem. I'm very social. I know how to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then the pandemic hit and it's like, nah, forget that. We're not going to do any of that. No. You just stay home all day, every day. And that's it. Like, that's your whole life for a year is sitting inside your bedroom. Have fun. And shit, okay, well, I'm going to make the most of it. I'm going to buy myself a new computer desk. I'm going to get myself some new computer accessories. I'm going to one day learn how to Twitch stream. I still haven't. I really need to.
I'll help you out with that if you need
I think it'd be fun. And it's come down to playing video games with friends is my social life right now. It's like hopping on PlayStation and playing Fortnite with Chris and those guys, or hopping on and playing Among Us, or my buddies back in Illinois and we do bi-weekly RPG night where we're playing D&D or we're playing Star Wars, and we're just, anything to kind of have that social interaction that you need, even though we can't be in proximity to each other. Like, it still helps. Yeah,
definitely. And I think this is especially a part of this with the Henshin video and everything. It's really just showing how much the Toku community can come together. Because I think we all kind of feel the same way because we are such a niche crowd. It's you hit the nail on the head, and I couldn't put it any other way, honestly.
It's true. We need that because the more community we knit together, the stronger. And dude, like, come on, how much fun was that? I'm sorry I missed it, but I know that must have been the shit.
It was crazy. And I think honestly, I think it's a good place to stop because that's a good message to leave on, my man. Zach, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
Listen,
always a pleasure.
Rob, Carl, thank you guys so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming, man.
I'm always happy to come on and talk with you guys about Ryder, Toku, Sentai, all of it.
Definitely.
Like, any day of the week.
Yeah. Cool. This is usually the part where we shamelessly plug everything we do, if you want to do that one more time.
Sure. So, you guys can find me on Ranger Command Power Hour, all one word. We're on Twitter at Ranger Command PH. My personal Twitter is at Zach LaVoy. Somehow managed to secure my own name as my Twitter handle, and I'm beyond thrilled about that. Man, I'm all over the internet, basically. I'm on TikTok, Hollywood Zach.
There you go.
I haven't made a TikTok in quite a while, but still. I feel like I shouldn't be on there. I feel like I'm maybe a little too old for that. Like, I'm 35, and all these kids on here are like 20, and they're in their 20s, and I'm just like, I feel like the old guy. Like, how do you do, fellow kids?
Hello, kids.
Trust me, you're only as old as you feel, and mentally, I feel like I'm still in high school. So fuck it.
Yeah, there you go.
I think that's the point.
That's the best mentality for it. It's tomorrow's problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sounds like a problem for future me.
Yeah, that's future you's problem. Story of my life. Hello, fellow young people, Josh said.
Hello, you fellow kids.
I'm Kaiju. You can follow me at Kaiju Carl. This is obviously Tokudon. If you're listening to this, you probably found the podcast, but it's called Tokudon. You can find it on all the major streaming things. If I just want to throw this invite out there too, if anyone's ever feeling like they just want to talk Toku randomly, just hit me up on Twitter. I'm always down to talk more.
That's it, man. We're here. That's what we want.
We're all on the same boat. So if you want to start a conversation, we're all happy to jump in that conversation. So always hit me up.
Sick Mirror Tricks has undergone a rebranding. It is now 6 Echo. So I'll be releasing all that stuff probably in the next one.
Groovy. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. It's been real. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Finger guns. Audio podcast. Bye.